Dr. T. Narasimhaya, working as Senior Professor in Commerce and Management Studies at SDC College of Arts, Science, Commerce and Management Studies. Today I am going to cover the redemption of preference shares. In the volume number 1, the new invention made by me in respect of the analysis of the redemption shares along with a solution of the practical problem attached to that analysis was given to you. Now I am going to cover section B model and section C model, which is to be covered in the semester examination of the Bangalore University. So now I am going to start with the solution of a practical problem attached with the previous analysis. The problem on section B model is the Saraswati Company Limited has 5,005% redeemable preference shares of ₹100 each, which are fully paid. The company decided to reduce these shares at a premium of 6%. The company makes the following issues, that is for the purpose of redemption of the preference shares. To arrange the amount required, the company is going to issue two kinds of securities, that is 1,500 equity shares of ₹100 each at a premium of 10%, and the second security is 1,250 debentures of ₹100 each at a premium of 5%. So as per the given information, all these securities are fully subscribed by the public and the redemption was duly carried out. Now related to this topic, let me see how it is practically holds good. As stated earlier, the analysis of redemption of preference shares covers three partitions, that is face value of redemption, and then premium on redemption, and finally the total amount payable to redeemable preference shareholders. So in these partitions, we have to make the required calculations essential for passing of the journal entries as well as for the preparation of the new balance sheet. So as for the given information, the redeemable preference shares are totally 5,000 in a number, and the face value is ₹100. So therefore, the total face value payable on the redemption is ₹5 lakhs. And as for the given information, the premium on redemption is 6%, that is, which is to be calculated on the face value, that is 5 lakhs into 6% is equal to 30,000 rupees. It will come 30,000. Then the total amount payable is, that is the total face value 5 lakhs plus premium on redemption is ₹30,000. Then the total amount payable to the redeemable preference shareholders is 5,30,000. So after the calculation of face value, premium on redemption as well as the total amount payable on the redemption, you have to arrange the necessary cash, the necessary premium, and also in respect of the face value, that is the capital redemption reserve. How we have to calculate how much amount required for each of the components stated in the table is to be calculated earlier. That is first of all arrangement of cash here. Arrangement of cash. The total amount payable to the redeemable preference shareholders is ₹5,30,000. So for the payment of 5,30,000, the company needs to make sufficient amount of cash. For the purpose of arrangement of the cash in the last value, I stated that we have to start from the existing cash. Here the balance sheet is not given, therefore knowing of the existing cash is not possible. Then the shares are fully paid, therefore no question of calls in here, no question of calls on shares, no question of forfeiture. So therefore it begins with only the issue of new shares, that is new securities. Issue of new securities. Here there are two securities are there, that is equity shares and preference shares. So issue of equity shares is the first one. Issue of equity shares. Here the capital is rupees. The number of shares issued is 1,500 into face value per share is ₹100. Therefore, the total amount comes to rupees 1,50,000. And the second one is, that is the premium. Premium is to be calculated on the face value in all the cases, that is 1,50,000. On this one, the stated rate of premium is 10%. So therefore, the premium comes to 15,000 rupees. Then the total amount to be collected by way of issue of shares is, that is 1,65,000 rupees. The second security to be issued as per the given information is debentures. The debentures are of totally, that is, the debenture amount is 1,250 into, here also the face value is 100, therefore this is 1,25,000 rupees. And then here the second one is premium, means the debentures are also is going to issue by the company at a premium rate. The premium is at the rate of rupees, the rate of 5%, that is 1,25,000 into 5%. That comes to 6,250. 6,250. Yes. Then the total is rupees 1,31,250. The total amount collected is total rupees 2,96,250 is the total amount collected by the company. Just by observing here, we can conclude that the amount payable on redemption is 5,30,000, but the amount collected by the company by way of issue of shares along with the premium is rupees only 2,96,250. It is insufficient, but the given information is that there is a sufficient amount of profits. When there is a sufficient amount of profit, you have to assume that sufficient amount of cash is there in the company. Therefore, the question of going for the BOD or sale of assets does not arise here, because sufficient amount of cash is there in the form of reserves and surpluses. So, taking that point in mind, we are going to close down what we call as arrangement of cash. After the arrangement of cash, then we have to go for, that is, arrangement of premium on redemption of preference shares. It is also given the idea of how we have to arrange the premium or redemption of shares in the first volume. Connected to that one, in the similar manner, here the arrangement of is from the existing premium. So existing premium is not there. Existing premium is not there, but here new premium is there. New premium amounted to, that is from the shares rupees 15,000, and from the debentures it is 6,250. Totally this is 21,250 new premium is there. Total premium required for payment on the redemption is rupees 30,000, but the amount of premium collected from the capital is 15,000, and the premium collected from the issue of debentures is 6,250. Total it is only 21,250. There is a shortage of again 8,750. Any shortage of premiums to arrange for the premium or redemption, it is to be arranged from the divisible profits. Here the divisible profits available is, they are stated, that is from P&L account. Divisible profit in the sense we are going to assume that it is P&L account. Then total arrangement of premium on redemption is equal to 30,000 rupees. So arrangement of premium is over. After arrangement of premium, finally we have to go for arrangement of capital redemption reserve. Arrangement of capital redemption reserve. So here the shares are redeemed on the basis of premium, and issue of premium is also there. Therefore here the arrangement of premium is, that is, one is net face value, or number 2 net divisible profits, whichever is less we have to take up as per the rule. Here net face value, in the sense face value of redemption is rupees 5 lakhs minus face value from the issue of shares only, that is at the time of arrangement of CRR. Keep in mind, the face value of shares only be taken, but face value of debentures are not eligible to cover the CRR. Therefore, excluding the face value of debentures, the face value of the issue of shares is only 1,50,000. Therefore, it is 3,50,000 is the net face value available for the premium of redemption. Then here profits we don't know. Okay, sufficient amount of profit means that whatever the amount of capital available, profit available or amount required, to that extent we have to assume that the profits are there in the company, assuming that here CRR is limited to rupees 3,50,000, that is the net face value of new issue. Okay, after the calculation of amount required for the CRR, then we have to arrange the CRR. This 3,50,000 is to be arranged from only the available amount is P&L account, that is rupees P&L account, that is rupees 3,50,000. And finally, first of all, we are calculating what the amount payable to the redeemable preference shares. It is due in nature, it is not yet paid. We are calculating how much it is to be payable. Finally, we have to pay, that is final payment is payment to redeemable preference shareholders. So this is the part of analysis. Now we are going to get a complete conclusion of the redemption of preference shares. After getting the conclusion, even without the support of the practical problem, we can pass the journal entries. Okay. So passing of necessary journal entries now. The first entry is to be given, as I stated in the first value, first entry is to be given for amount showing as due to the redeemable preference shareholders. The amount due to the redeemable preference shareholders in this case is, that is the face value 5 lakhs, premium 30,000, total amount is payable is 5,30,000. The first journal entry is, that is redeemable preference share capital account data. Then premium on redemption of preference shares account data. Both are to be payable to redeemable preference shareholders. The amount of capital in this case is rupees 5 lakhs and the premium is rupees 30,000. Total amount payable to the redeemable preference shareholders is rupees 5,30,000 rupees. 5,30,000 is the total amount payable to the redeemable preference shareholders. So narration for this one is, that is total amount due to redeemable preference shareholders. So first entry is over. First entry is to be given for the amount which is to be payable to the redeemable preference shareholders, that is to be shown as the due or outstanding. After showing the amount due to the redeemable preference shareholders, we have to arrange the amount, sufficient amount. Just by looking at the statement here, the required amount is to be arranged by the company by way of issue of shares and debentures. So for the entry for the issue of shares and debentures is to be given as a combined entry, that is application, allotment, something cannot be applicable here. In assuming that the shares are sold at once, we are going to give a combined entry. The entry for issue of shares and debentures is, that is bank account debtor to equity share capital account, then to debentures account, a combined entry is to be given here, debentures account, and then to security premium account. A combined entry is given for the issue of both equity shares and debentures here, including the premium. As per the statement here, we come to know that the total amount collected by the bank or collected by the company by the issue of shares and debentures along with the premium is rupees 2,96,250. 2,96,250. This out of this 2,96,250, the capital is rupees 1,50,000 here. That is the equity share capital is 1,50,000, and the amount collected from the debentures is 1,25,000, and premium from both is rupees 21,250. 21,250 is the total premium collected from the issue of both debentures and shares. So the narration is being issue of, that is 1,500 equity shares of rupees 100 each at a premium of 10%. See, every information is available in the chart here. And 1,250 debentures of rupees 100 each This is also at a premium of 5%. Premium of 5%. So this is the narration to be given, a brief note to be given regarding the issue of shares and debentures. So after the arrangement of cash, again we are going to arrange the premium on redemption of preference shares. As per the chart, we come to know that the premium on redemption of preference shares is arranged from the new premium. Before the redemption, there was no premium in the company, but we are going to collect the premium by way of issue of the shares and debentures. The total is rupees 21,000. From the premium, we are arranging 21,250, and the balance of 8,750 is to be arranged from the P&L account. To this effect, the journal entry is, the items of arrangement is, one is security premium. Security premium account debtor, then balance is from P&L account debtor. Both are to be transferable to premium on redemption of preference shares account. The amount taken from the security premium here is 21,250, and the amount taken from the P&L account is 8,750. Total amount transferred to the premium on redemption is rupees 30,000. 30,000. This is nothing but the arrangement of premium or redemption from the security premium as well as from the P&L account as per the information available in the statement. Likely we have to pass the entry for, that is the sources from which we are going to arrange. The arrangeable sources are debited and the premium on redemption of preference shares is credited. And here the total arrangement of CRR required is rupees 3,50,000. This 3,50,000 completely arranged from the P&L account. It is arranged from the P&L account. Therefore, the entry, that is the fourth entry, number 4, is arranged from P&L account. That is profit and loss account debtor to capital redemption reserve. CRR is arranged from the P&L account. Therefore, P&L account is debited, which is transferable to the CRR. CRR is credited. The amount is rupees 3,50,000 in both the cases. That is 3,50,000 and 3,50,000. The next being capital redemption reserve is arranged from the profit and loss account. So after the arrangement of CRR, the next and the last journal entry is, that is the number 5, that is the final payment to the redeemable preference. So at the time of final payment, redeemable preference shareholders becomes the receivers. By applying the personal account rule, debit the receiver. Therefore, here redeemable preference shareholders account debtor, and the amount is to be payable from the bank, that is to bank account. The amount in both the cases is rupees 5,30,000 rupees is the final payment made to the redeemable preference shareholders. So the narration is being final payment made to the redeemable preference shareholders. So they are the journal entries related to the given problem. Okay, this is the problem. This kind of a problem is to be given in section B model of the university examinations. Okay, so the process is, first of all, we have to go through the problem. According to the information given in the problem, first of all, we need to prepare a statement of analysis of redemption of preference shares that constitute of 3 partitions. The first partition is calculation of capital payable on redemption, that is the number of shares into face value. Even though the shares are partly paid or calls in arrears are there, first of all we have to take up the full face value here as stated in the value number 1. And the second is calculation of premium payable on redemption, that is usually that is to be given in terms of a percentage. It is to be applied on the total face value payable, and finally we have to calculate the total amount payable to the redeemable preference shareholders, that is total amount payable to the redeemable preference shareholders, that is nothing but the face value on redemption and the premium on redemption, both are here 5,30,000. So after the completion of the first stage in the analysis, then we have to go for the second stage in the analysis. In the second stage, we have to arrange 3 items here. One is arrangement of cash required for the redemption. Okay, that the cash is to be arranged from, first of all, we have to take up the existing cash and bank balance. Secondly, we have to take up calls in arrears if there is, and if provided the redeemable preference shares are partly paid in nature, that the partly paid are to be called on to convert them into fully paid to satisfy the rules of the SEBI. And then if that amount is not sufficient, then the companies go for the issue of new securities. Even after the issue of new securities, if the amount is insufficient, the next choices available to the company is either to go for BOD or go for the sale of assets. Okay, so in the given problem, such a kind of information is not given, and directly they are stated that there is a sufficient amount of profit, means there is a sufficient amount of cash in the company. However, the management decided to issue the two kinds of securities here, that is equity capital, equity shares and debentures. Okay, so from the issue of equity shares here, the company collected 1,65,000, that is 1,50,000 is the face value, and 10% of 1,50,000, 15,000, that is total 1,65,000. Likely the company decided to issue 1,250 debentures of rupees 100 each. So that is the face value is rupees 1,25,000, and the premium at the rate of 5% comes to 6,250. Total amount collected from the debentures is 1,31,250, and the total amount collected by way of issue of the two kinds of securities is rupees 2,96,250. So after the arrangement of, that is the first phase in the second stage, we have to go for the second phase here, that is premium arrangement of premium or redemption. That is existing premium nil, given new premium from the shares, that is for the arrangement of premium or redemption, we can make use both premium on equity shares and also premium on debentures. But for the purpose of arrangement of the CRR, debenture amount cannot be taken into account. Both the premiums can be used, but for CRR only we have to make use the equity capital. Okay, so therefore your new premium is 21,250. It is not sufficient because we need to pay off 30,000 worth of premium. Hence why 8,750 is to be drawn from the P&L account. Then total arrangement is rupees 30,000, that is equivalent to premium on redemption. Then in the second stage, the third phase is arrangement of CRR, that is capital redemption reserve. To arrange the capital redemption reserve, first of all you have to decide how much amount is to be transferable to the CRR. To decide the amount transferable to CRR, we have to make a comparative study between the net face value. Here, net face value, I mean, that is the face value of on redemption plus, face value redemption minus face value of new issue of only equity shares, not debenture. So, taking that one here, redeemable face value is rupees 5 lakhs, and then new face value is rupees 1,50,000. Therefore, here net face value is 5 lakhs minus 1,50,000 is equal to 3,50,000, and net calculation of net divisible profit is not possible because the amount of P&L account is not given. Therefore, we have concluded the CRR required is 3,50,000 rupees. After deciding the amount of CRR, we have to arrange the CRR. The CRR is available from P&L account only, that is 3,50,000, and finally we have to pay off the redeemable preference shareholders. So the entry, first one is for calculation of the total amount. Secondly, we have to pass the necessary entries in the part of arrangement of cash, and then we have to pass entry for the arrangement of redeemable, that is premium or redemption, and finally we have to give entry for arrangement of CRR, and finally we have to pay off the balance to the redeemable preference holders. As soon as the amount is paid off, the relationship between the redeemable preference holders and the company is cut down, and your answer is